Well, good morning. It's 8:30 in the morning, 8:30ish in the morning. And I'm sitting here thinking about eyebags and poison and pedigrees and pedigree poison and pedigree pet judges, pet cops, patriots, matriots, which I suppose is the pink pussy version. Because what's going on, it's like that Chappelle guy said, it's a war of the whites. Ooh. Technically, I'm allowed to count as white. But who the hell cares? I don't care. I don't care. Because, like, I mean, I was pretty sure that it was the meth freaks that were the local Patriot Q people. And I did, on the old account, figure out what these weird groups are and Facebook things and how the algorithms work. And so what the groups are and the group pages appear to be is like, I don't know, say that the local firemen's association um, is a real AFK physical world group. So then someone in the firemen's association does a, I don't know, like a black market version. So the fire, I'm just using firemen's because that's like it's early in the morning and I can't think of anything else. And yeah, well, and we have had the antique fire truck rolling around doing who knows what. So maybe it's on my mind. So say Firemen's Association, and they have the Firemen's Association has a real Facebook page. And then within the Firemen's Association, there's a club, a PSYOP club, a social B club, however you want to, a social click club. I mean, what it is a way of using psychological pressures in a social organization type manner to create, population um, manifestations of behavior. We've all been under social pressure. We just didn't know that it was organized and networked until we could see it on social media via things like metadata and other things like that. Patterns. So the pages and things will be sent out and invited. So then the Firemen's Association has their surface page and then various networks underneath where these people are loosely associated because they work together. They're in the Firemen's Association. So in these pages, it's going to start out at least with a core of the original surface group, and then it'll be an underground group, and these underground groups are what go out and send you the pages, and then they send you the tests, and then they get your metadata because the pages in the groups get to, it's like a game, and the higher up members that you get, the more I can see. I never got that many members. I'm not that great of a video gamer. um so the higher up you get like, it looks like you get more and more and more privileges and accesses to the data that pages generate. And so the bigger pages, I mean, they could create a page and say they've got, a national network. They could easily have 5,000 followers on that page just like that within an hour. Snap. And so the pages that get in your local feed and offer themselves up are typically going to be somehow, I'm guessing, related to your physical world. You're not going to be on the West Coast and get some kind of random page from the East Coast suggesting that, you like its content unless there's some sort of physical world connection between the creator of that page on the East Coast and you. And there's becoming a lot more of those connections, especially because travelers. Oh, so I'm just rambling on about pedigrees and pet judges and stuff. So I am having. Oh, because the freaking thumps are coming at the blind spots up there, and I think it's interesting that the thumps don't ever come in the non-blind spots, and I'm thinking that they're radioactive or some kind of desiccant, and I don't know if I'm seeing something in my my picture right now or not. I don't know if it's the light from the window reflecting, but there'll be a thump and then whatever this creepy, very, very fine dust will come down. And I did see Anomaly talk about the filters, and definitely when I got the filters, I got 3 machines and I got filters for them, and there was quite a bit of hassle. And I said, you know, they're going to be breaking into my house and doing something to damage these machines. And they had to wait for a few months, but they did eventually break in. And even at the time that they were breaking in and did the damage on the machine finally, I was texting in. I'm like, there's something going on. They're fucking around with the air, blah, blah, blah. I think that, you know, the thumps are coming, the weird dust. And then within 24 hours, that machine it went to the red. It went into like some red mode, and I haven't been able to buy any replacement filters since. The filters were removed from Walmart. That particular brand of machine, Holmes Air Machine, was removed from Walmart. The replacement filters were removed from Walmart. And then the replacement, because when I bought the machine, I thought, well, I'm going to have to replace the filters quite a bit more often than it says on the machine. It said like every 6 months. I'm like, I bet I'll have to replace them every month. So I bought 2 extras of the filters for that Holmes dry air purifier and also for these. And one of the break-ins prior to ruining the Holmes machine was to switch out the brand new filters that I bought. So they took those filters and they put in the bag, or a bag of filters that were like, they're like old. You can tell that they're not even new from the store recently. They must have been sitting on someone's shelf or something, but they're the wrong size, of course, for this filter. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I don't research shit on Q and find stuff out. Q might research me, but more likely Q posts things about shit that I've announced on public setting to the world, their little tricks and bullshit. And that's unfortunate because I would rather see a lot of, there is some kind of shit falling out. I can see it. That's very interesting. I can, you can see a kind of snowfally static, especially across the dark blue part. And I'm pretty sure that I don't usually see that snowfally static. And the reason that I got on was because there just were thumps of things hitting up there. It's amazing. And so what I was going to say is that the pet judge, when they were canvassing this area, they came around the corner, him and his wife came around that corner, gave me weird looks on my porch, which, I mean, I admit I wasn't feeling it for friendliness for them. Went straight to the next door over there, the blue house, to Poison Boy, Lawn Boy, fucking Farm Boy, whose mom gave me her farm history, their genetic history, and whose dad I'd never seen until I think just recently they started sort of stalking me on Facebook because I started blocking. Anyway, so yeah, so we've gotten gradually closer and closer to the core of my stalkers, and they've had to unmask and unmask and unmask. And so yesterday, I actually saw a pretty good profile in my age group from my classroom that was a nice tie in the Facebook friends group between the Pedigrees from my class that I knew and the Pedigrees from Poison Boy next door, his family last name. Ha ha ha, so that's pretty funny. It was pretty much as convenient as having douchebag across the street yelling at me on the Facebook post, saying that I was like, why won't the mayor answer my questions? Why won't the deputy sheriff answer my questions? And creep across the street says, gets on and says, because they don't have to tell you shit, and you're you, so they especially don't have to tell you shit. I was like, thank you very much for posting that. That was before I even knew that there was a label for it, and it's called color of law. So, color of law speaking, the people and the groups of people that my mom, who's from here, and the in town Pullman Police Department, I didn't really have too many run ins with the sheriff when I was here. I mean, sometimes, but I didn't really have any run in. I think because I really was less of a troublemaker than the swatters. So before there was swatting, I was definitely swatted all around the town. It was great amounts of fun for the pedigree people. And this particular third, the third, has an awesome, I mean, there's like 100 and some odd Facebook friends, and they're all pretty much recognizable as this connected to that one next door, and the various families that I think of as the most sadistic people that I met. And I did meet a lot of sadists. I mean, I suppose that's what's wrong with this area, is that it's got a quite high concentration of people that are sadistic psychologically, not as part of a club, but just because that's what makes them happy. That's what releases the dopamine in their brain for them. That's what turns their crank, is malice and premeditated malice, genetically entitled malice. They don't ever feel secure in their vast quantities of wealth unless they can make sure that they've got negative bond going on for the little peons underneath. God, I'm irritated to watch this radiation fall down on me because I 100% think that's what's going on right now. And it's making me like confused, and it'll make my dog confused. And if I had fish in there, it would have them jumping out of their friggin' tank onto the floor, or in that one, my plants will desiccate. You can see the butterflies spinning around. Now, last night we had wind warning all night long, and these butterflies did not move at all. They weren't moving at all. They're just sitting there. Today, we don't have any wind warning going on, and the butterflies are just spinning on their axis because they're probably getting some airflow from right here where I haven't finished taping, and definitely from this corner where it doesn't matter when I tape it. They'll just go outside and peel it apart. So when I came here, when I had to come here this second time as an adult, I had mentioned to God that if God sent me here again, I understood what I did wrong when I was here when I was 12 and as a teenager, and I would just do a really good job and put my head down and do my work and not be reactive and not feed into the bullshit, and I'd just try and be a good kid, and that is exactly what I've done. And so when I had to come here, okay, so I said that to God before I even had to come here. That was like when I said that to God, I was like, I had no idea that I was going to end up here. I was sick, but I had no idea that I was going to end up here. I mean, like, I would have, if someone would have asked me, I would have said, no way, absolutely not. I will not ever be in that town or speak to any of those people again. However, after mentioning it to God, I mean, it seems like I was down here within a week. I know that it wasn't a week because there was actually a process that was a couple months, several months long before I could get here. But it was like things began rolling in a weird way. And so I must have said it out loud, and the little creepy spying external hard drive wireless access network devices probably were already installed in the Coeur d'Alene house. And so it seemed like God, and indeed it is God because every action, but it also was the creepy little Spygate people, little freaks that probably do have those FBI I mean, obviously, when I've tried to call the FBI or the DOJ, both in Washington and in Oregon, on any of the weirdness, and it's only been twice. I'm not like a regular FBI. There's only been two situations where I really have felt so overwhelmed that I thought it was a national crisis or something to danger, and I've tried to call the FBI, and that was when I ran into really freaky fucking child porn in Oregon online, and when um, I ran into the suicide club situation up here. Both times it didn't work out very well. And so when Brendan lost his clearance and these people started freaking out about the FISA abuse and stuff like that, I was like, oh, because my dad's from Pakistan, I probably get counted as a foreign national. And so probably they've used FISA through me to literally spy on every single person I've come in contact with in my entire life. And then they sent me out to do weird shit. I mean, just like, you know, I've been given soup bowls of cocaine. Soup bowls. And I've snorted it until I fucking almost gave myself a heart attack. I mean, my head hurt. Because you have a soup bowl and you're like 15 years old, and I mean, you feel like it's your responsibility to actually utilize all that cocaine you just got given. Probably I should have like waited till the dude went to the bathroom, poured it into a sandwich baggie, and then gone and sold it. But I'm not a I'm not smart enough to do that. So I just try and be a pleaser and snort up all that cocaine. Woo! So yeah, I mean, there's just been weird situations that I probably would not have been in, given my own choices. And therefore, I really want this place closed down. Close this place down. Good evidence will be when Washington State University switches itself from being a stalking predator cat university to something nice, like trying to think of a good mascot. I don't know. Do something from the elementals or something. Do a mascot that you're gonna get positive power from. Wow. Look at that. It's just getting creepier and creepier. I wanted to buy one of those Geiger counters too, but they're like 200 and some odd dollars. Huh. Pretty interesting. All right, well, here we are, 1830. Dun dun dun.